imagining himself as legacy, what a president's supposed to do, again, the whole hope and change and so forth, I think that's something he takes seriously, and I think that that's just part of his his political posture, and that's not going to go away, the optimism. He does think that we are facing an existential crisis in terms of American democracy. He said that in his last book, A Promised Land. He says it on the stomp when he gives speeches and so forth. He's not Pollyannish about the future in regard to American democracy. I know he thinks that we're in a crisis moment. However, again, the long view, the big picture is what he looks at. He says in his most recent memoir that one election is not going to fix this. So even if you can keep an authoritarian in either White House in 2024, that's not going to fix it. These are deeper systemic things. And the country has to put in the work. It has to try to register people who have not been participants in the electorate. Young voters, first-time voters, those folks have to be brought into the conversation. It also has to attack things such as gerrymandering. He and his former Attorney General Eric Holder have a project in which they are looking at how districts are drawn, because this is, as much as anything, has exacerbated the hyper-partisanship of the country. That is, these safe districts in which politicians are playing to base voters and their basest instincts at the same time. So he believes that, yes, we are in an existential crisis in regard to democracy. Mr. Trump is emblematic of that. What happened on January 6th is emblematic of that. His legacy as a former president, that is Obama's legacy, is at stake. He understands that. But as far as quick fixes, a single election is going to fix this, he is not under that illusion. There has to be work done in regard to educating the American people about the moment that we're in, getting people into the system, the electorate who have things at stake, but for whatever reason they are not voters, to give them a sense that there are things at stake and that voting does matter. And also the structural things, the gerrymandering, the Electoral College, how it operates to protect minoritarian rule in the country. So I think we can have both and, that is, a president who is optimistic about the future, a former president who's optimistic about the future, about America, the American promise and so forth, but at the same time a former president who understands that this is an inflection point